documents for me in places I have absolutely no idea where they are. And, this is not the worst thing, by the way. It just means I don't have a map right in front of me, which is okay too, because I've sent them to you,
Mm.
right? I have sent them to you. So, what I'd like you to do first this morning, because your computer may not be as weird as mine is botched. I think I'm getting a new computer for Christmas. Is look for something that says weekly practices or weekly informal practices and reflections. So you guys look, because you all have it. See if you can locate that there. I cannot access it, oddly. And let me know when somebody finds that, because you're going to be helpful to us by being able to look at it, because I can't do both right.
Yeah, I found it. I
Me
found it.
too. Yep.
All
I
right,
got
Dennis.
several.
Yeah. So you would have seen on that page something like, here's some things we could do every day. Here's some things we could do this week that would be helpful. And can you just read those headings then, Dennis, for me?
Oh,
They're
let me
just
go back.
little, you could do this and this. You don't have to read the commentary. They're just little,
Okay.
see if
Um,
you can access that. Because
okay.
getting to Zoom and your email also can be challenging if you don't have. Chris is here. He's very probably able to do that because he does a computer all day. See if
Oh
you
boy.
can find it. Weekly uh, practices and reflections, it would say. Um, it would have been last week.
Is this the one, Living
Yes.
Bodhicitta this week? I have it, Dennis, if you don't.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I do too.
Okay. And you just want me to read them out, Diana?
Yeah, just read the headings just so we
Okay.
recollect a little idea about what some of the possibilities were.
So, informal practices for the week, living bodhicitta in everyday life. The first one says, begin each morning with aspiration.
That
Before rising, repeat silently, may whatever I do today become of benefit to all beings. And
yes.
then notice how it softens your motivation throughout the day.
Yes, thank you. Can you read the other, just the heading?
Sure, the pause of compassion,
Yep, go ahead.
seeing others as our parents,
Thank you.
dedicate simple actions,
Thank you.
rejoicing instead of comparing.
Wow.
I missed
There.
that until I read it out loud.
Yeah, there's an
Okay.
amazing possibility. We,
See,
yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
seeing emptiness in everyday encounters,
Emptiness in everyday encounters. Yes, thank you.
and then evening reflection and dedication.
Yes. What I already know is that most of you didn't look at that. You didn't see that. You for sure didn't do it. Why? It's hard. It is hard to dedicate one's life in any moment to the good. Let's just start there. In
Mhm.
any moment. Now we're talking any one moment. It's hard. And then I said, dedicate every moment. See how it goes. How'd it go? It didn't go. It didn't go. This is not something to be critical or condemning of. So this is not my intention. So be watchful. It is my intention, though, to show you how critical your own intention must be in order to turn towards the good. How it must be in order to turn towards the good. And then we all sit on Tuesday or Saturday or pew on Sunday or vigil on Saturday or temple on Saturday, and we go, this is a great idea. I really need to start doing this. And as quickly as we get into the car, the mind takes us because we leave the heart of bodhicitta We leave the heart of bodhicitta, which can only be processed. I've got Libby's glasses on, by the way, in case everybody's looking at me like, what are you doing now? No, these are Libby's. I couldn't see this morning. Um, we leave the heart mind of bodhicitta for what?
Busyness.
For what, Carrie?
Busyness.
Busy, planning, task-centered, left-centered brain, distraction, spinning self-centered thoughts.
Sleep.
What about me? What about me? How come not me? What I can do to get more for me? How am I hold me, this body, mind, heart of me up today? And bodhicitta in that moment is nowhere to be found. Now, the good news, and this is the point of chapter 3 for Kenpo Sodargi, the point is it is right there. The good news. It is literally one breath away. But it must be, says the neuroscience, not Kenpo Sodargi, by the way, it must be intentionally called up. You can't fall on it. It doesn't just happen. Now, you have enough practice, many of you likely, where you are going to wake up, right? Like, whoops, now I'm in water. Now I have difficulty. Now right, maybe. And usually, what the teachings say is that you have already constructed some unconscious, but no less karmically destructive damage. That falling asleep by itself is the seed of the problem. The falling asleep. We don't actually, unfortunately, it's not true. I have heard teachers say it. I don't buy it because it hasn't been true for me. You don't just magically fall awake. So this is we're at an unfair advantage, aren't we? That brain stem is going to fire all by itself. It does not require anything of you except threat or fear. Doesn't require a thing. You don't have to think it. You don't have to wake up in the morning and recite it. You don't have to reflect on it during the day. It will be your friend, not really, forever.
It's
Till
even
by the
unconscious threat or fear, right?
uh, only for a seed, it usually becomes, Jean, a thought, an image, uh-oh, a speech, uh-oh, an action. It gives me goosebumps. It's the momentum beginner. I wish it was just bang, gone. Wouldn't you give everything for that? A hit, a little headline, and I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. That's not going to be good for me. I just did this yesterday. Turned something on, looking for a recipe, and then I don't know if it was TikTok or Instagram. I don't know the difference, or I don't know. I don't usually watch them, and it pops up on occasion, and it pops up someone being an immigrant in Chicago being taken with an entire community standing around him, screaming to help him because they know they can't touch him. They know they can't touch him because the minute they touch him, they're going to be in exactly the same spot. So they're screaming and crying and right. And one woman finally just reaches out her hand because she doesn't know what else to do and she can't bear it. And by the way, that's not unconscious, is it? She already knows where this goes and she does it anyway. That's the heart of bodhicitta. And it makes me cry, and it should make you cry. That's the heart of bodhicitta. It goes, I don't think this is going to go very well for me, and yet I can't stand here because that's horrible. And I am not making a political statement, so don't confuse it. We're way past Republicans and Democrats. That is not the conversation anymore. Humanity is the conversation, not politics. We're past all that. And we better all get to be friends if we're going to change this. So the heart of bodhicitta must be inspired by the truth of suffering. Now, if you're spending all day, every day, trying to get away from it in your self-centered thoughts, we don't act skillfully, do we? We don't. We're already moss covered. We're dust covered. We're deadened just to stay okay. Because what will happen? Exactly what just happened for me. It just makes you cry. And we don't like crying. It's fairly unpleasant generally. Who likes the idea? I didn't want to get up on Tuesday and start crying. And unfortunately, the truth is the heart of bodhicitta, that is its food. Do you know what I mean when I say this? That is its food. We cannot then insulate, separate, right? Can we? And then stay in the truth, because no one will reach out their hand to the guy next to you who's driving the Porsche. Will you? We're all tra-la-la along, like it's all working out pretty well, until we do what? Until we go to the food bank and hear that almost 1 million people in San Diego have food insecurity. Oh, okay. That was not a number I was looking for. Until we go to Philabelly and see people who have not eaten and do not eat regularly and don't have shelter. Until, right? This is why we must. Until you see someone without a coat, you're not likely to offer one. Are you? Isn't it the truth? Because you're okay. So this is what I mean when I say resting in the God realm. No matter what else is happening, by the way, and I do know that there is suffering here as well, but the heart of bodhicitta requires that we look to, we turn towards, we open and we begin the day just like that. And then I have everybody tell me by not doing it, nah, it's not that pleasant. I don't know. Really? To recite the whole prayer? I've had 3 people tell me this. The whole prayer. All those lines. Yes. Yeah. All 16 of those lines. So we're going to do that this week because I can't get y'all to do it any other way. Because if it's just a phrase, nobody's doing it. And we have to face that. It's okay. I know why. Because we are resting in fairly pleasant circumstance. We just talked yesterday about going to Nepal together. How amazing is that? It's very, very pleasant. And all the things we want to do. And the elephant conservation that we want to see. And the mountain we want to take an airplane ride over. And by the way, it's lovely. It's lovely. And I'm filled with gratitude that there are people who want to know and experience the place as well. But we can't let that be a distraction from what our primary work is every day. And somehow we can't get to it. So I'm going to send out the prayer. This is what we're all going to do. You do not now have an option in this course. If you're in this course, you just decided to do this. Chris, you're stuck. Sorry, you showed up today. I can't help you. Oh, well. You're here.
Looking in the chapter, Di, I thought there was an abbreviated version of the prayer.
I'm going to send it to you. I want you to recite this one because you're looking for the shorter version. I know. Yes, I know. Isn't there one that's short?
I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Hang on to that.
Yeah.
You're going to get it. Everybody's going to print it. Why? We made commitments. I'm including myself. By the way, I'm not bad at this. I'm not. If I make a commitment, I'm going to pretty well find the way. I'm going to get 50, 60, 70% most of the time, if not more. I was able to do it, but not right on the hour. Remember, I said, I'm going to try for right on the hour and see how it goes. I knew that that was going to be very difficult. I wasn't able to do it. That's okay, though, because remember, the heart of bodhicitta commits itself to failing. Thank you.
Page 67, Di. There's a real short version.
Uh-huh. Thank you. That will not be the one. And then I made a request. Can we just say whatever we're confronting, may this be a benefit? There's your short version, isn't it? How much shorter can that get? I think it's 5 words. I don't know. May it be a benefit? May it be a benefit? May her screaming at us be a benefit?
To
May
all
my
beings, add 3 words.
yeah. I'm trying to shorten the course. I'm trying to shorten the course. May it be a benefit? Because that has to happen all day, most of the day. Right? So we're going to build in the prayer. The prayer is going to happen in the beginning. The prayer is going to happen at the end. Why? Because I know you're getting in bed somewhere in there. So you're going to have it somewhere near you, near the bed. You're going to recite it. You're going to breathe it, reflect on it for 10 to 20 breaths. I can get you to do that because now I've nailed you to your bed.
Yep.
It's okay.
And I
And
like
then
saying,
throughout the day, may this be of benefit. Now, can you add for all beings? Maybe. I don't think so. I'm going to tell you honestly, I don't. Yeah, on occasion, and that's good, isn't
yep,
it? We're still going to get to it because if we don't embody the heart of bodhicitta, what's the truth, Jean?
We're not waking up.
We're not. We're just thinking nice thoughts. And I'm allergic to nice thinking.
and I like saying, may I wash away the sorrows of this world.
Yep. If that's the one you can grab, go for it. If that's the one you can get, I don't want people ad-libbing because we're not able to get to it. Everybody came up with what they were going to do. They wrote me the phrases. Very, very, very difficult. We have to just make it simpler. It's okay.
Is it okay to set an alarm?
Yes. In
You're
fact,
not
I
supposed
asked you, how are you going to remember
Yeah,
what
okay.
nobody remembered?
Mine's every
3 times
hour
a
on the
day.
half hour.
Say it again, Carrie.
Mine's every hour on the half hour.
How'd it go?
From 7 to 7.
You got to set the alarms because waking up is the practice. We get any supports we need, but you have to be willing to do them. I can't be in your phone. Well, I am in your phone, actually. But, right? So, what is that? Well, we're going to land 2 times a day in the
Write it
morning,
in, right? Every
in the,
morning.
every morning, every morning, every evening. That prayer's in hand. It's on my phone. I have it. I'll send it to everybody again. I just read it right off the phone. I don't even have a piece of paper there if you want to use the phone for something productive besides scrolling. I was looking for Christmas socks today. What? What am I doing? Well, I was looking for Christmas socks. I thought that'd be a fun idea. Christmas socks for the whole family. Now, by the way, I'd already done my prayer, at least, but I was like, I'm not sure this is the best use of my time. I'm not sure. And so I want to talk about this today because if we cannot commit to the true living of the heart of bodhicitta, all that whole chapter is nothing but kindling. Isn't it true? And we're all struggling. That's why we're together, isn't it? We're here together to talk about this because it's impossible. And we're going to fail, and that part's okay as well. But that's really what bodhicitta is. It's the aliveness. It's in the remembering. It's in the forgetting and waking up, said Jean. It's in the, oh my gosh, I remembered. may this too be of benefit, this very forgetting. That's the heart of bodhicitta. May I remember right now and then offer that very forgetting to the benefit of all beings. And we're not understanding that either, are we? We like the idea of giving the good stuff. Except most of our lives are half and half-ish if we're lucky. And then we go, but I'm feeling lonely. Can I offer this very loneliness then to the benefit of all beings? Can I offer the remembering to the benefit of all beings? Can I remember the good feeling I feel because I got through the whole prayer to the benefit of all beings? This is the heart of bodhicitta. Now, we were always going to fail. We were always going to fail. So it isn't that. That's not where the problem is. Because even with these in the morning and then in the evening, and then as often as we can throughout the day, we're going to fail. And then we offer that very failure. Are we getting it? Then you offer that to the benefit of all beings. And magically, well, it's not magic, by the way, you will have just cleaned up all these moments of forgetting. In this very, may I dedicate all of that? The last 5 minutes of looking at Christmas socks to the benefit of all beings. Yes, Jean?
I didn't do it as often as you're talking about, but I want to ask do you find when you remember and you offer to all beings the forgetting, or I'm working a lot with self-judgment and offer, we talked last time about me and Trump, boy, it feels good.
It
It,
solves the problem right there.
it's that amazed me that after 70 years of judging myself and feeling like shit about it, this one phrase,
Yes,
phew,
it does. There's no doubt about it. I just
okay,
want everybody to
okay,
know that,
okay.
Jean. It immediately, that loneliness is now of benefit.
I'm
That
not the only
judgment,
asshole,
no,
basically.
no,
And I get to help the other assholes,
with it.
my brothers and sisters, right? I
Right
mean,
from the very assholeness of the whole thing, I just straightened us right out.
I think it's because you signed your email. Thank you from all beings. Your email to me. And I was like, oh my God, that's real.
That's real. I don't know how
Thank
to
you.
get you to know that by talking about it. Because I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's bad either. I don't think it's wrong. Because we do say we must hear the truth. This is from all teachings in this tradition. You must hear it and then know its truth. Is there anybody not clear about the truth of this? Because really, have the courage to come on and go, it just doesn't make sense to me. Because I'll help you. I'll help you. Isn't it true? You're hearing it. You know. You do know. There's no confusion for anybody on the screen. I don't think. And if there is, come on.
Well, it
Let's
didn't
talk
make
about
sense to me, Diana.
it. It
It did
can't.
not before
It
I did it.
Nope, it can't. That's the reason we have to train and practice.
Okay.
Because the parts that don't make sense just become a nice idea until we live it. And then we go, wow, that's amazing. I was actually feeling kind of depressed right there. And then I went, may all beings everywhere be less depressed by my willingness to take this in. That's the Tonglen practice on the spot. May this loneliness, may this right self-criticism, may this self-judgment, may this comparing mind, may this everybody else looks like they've got it going on today because they're looking for Christmas socks. I don't know. I'm not even thinking about Christmas yet. Right? They look like they've got it better. May I offer this to the benefit? That's all. So is it wrong of me to
offer, because what I tended to do is like in those negative moments, I would wish the opposite for every being.
Yes,
So-
that's wrong.
Okay.
So
I was
Libby
starting to
said
have
something
some-
important.
yeah.
So I so appreciate that. Did anybody hear what Libby said? She said, when I'm feeling really like shit, I offer the opposite for everybody else. What? What? What happened? What happened? No. No. You say, may I use this very feeling like shit for us, all. Because you're going to feel less like shit the minute you go, hey, I'm recognizing this now. This can be a benefit to me and everybody. No, you don't offer all the good to everybody while you sit in the shit. This is not helpful. This is our Western psychologized mind. I don't even feel deserving of offering it to me. I'm giving it away. No, you're not. It's not helpful. It's not helpful. And then you can't know the feeling. You can't know that feeling. The feeling is, may we all benefit.
I did that with positives, not with the negatives.
No, with negatives. May we all benefit from this negative. My knowing it doesn't work, my knowing this mind isn't helpful, my knowing the feeling of this hurts, my knowing, may that knowing now serve all beings. And wouldn't it? You go, I don't want to hang out here. And you don't hang out there the very moment you convert that into its blessing. Can I use everything as a blessing on this path? And the answer is yes. Must I offer it to myself as well? Yes. Does this mean I should remain in the suffering? No. You're opening, expanding the heart mind. Can I offer something then to myself in this loneliness, in this despair, in this fear, in this confusion? By the very calling it up, let's review the neuroscience. Right? What else? I just called it up and named it. Now it's not just me or mine. Now it's just a process or an experience occurring, by the way, common to all beings. We start right there. Can I remember? This is not my depression. This is not my critical thought. This is the nature of mind. The other potential of the nature of mind, the one we're elevating to or expanding into, is the mind that goes, I can hold that because that's not anything about you. That's just human nature. That's just what happens when we go, well, how come? Why me? Didn't they? If only something. Because we're using life as what? Evidence for our okayness. Not ourselves. We're using, if that happens, then it's good. If they remember to call me, then I can feel regarded. If they don't remember to call me, then I don't feel so good. Right? But can we use it? We must use it, is actually the instruction. This is the heart of bodhicitta. It is fearless, says Chogyam. This heart is fearless. It says, I'm already in suffering. This can't actually get worse. I might as well use it in some way to propel the open and expanding heart mind. And that opens automatically with the repetition, may this benefit all beings who are also in suffering, who also have had this thought, who also have separated from the truth of our shared humanity and our shared connection. Right? That's how we get there, folks. We decide to make it our issue, our problem, our thought, our suffering, and now separated from the truth of this human life. And the first noble truth said, oh, there's going to be some stuff happening here, isn't there?
Can you keep talking about this? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm reading Radical Acceptance finally by Tara Brach, and I got stuck recently on, she says what you're saying, and she says it's not personal. And I'm having trouble. I understand it, but I don't get, like, how can my destructive, nasty, judgmental asshole thoughts how do I not take them personally? They're not mine. And you've just said it, and I'll watch the recording too. I'm
Yes.
not gonna cry. This is like,
Yes. They are not yours, Jean. They are part of this human condition, come throughout all time, through all directions and all peoples. There is not a person here. In fact, if you're there, could you raise your hand who has not had those thoughts? Let's watch. You see anybody?
it's like the story of the person saying, go find somebody where there hasn't been a death.
Right?
He
Is there
couldn't
anybody?
find anybody.
There's Marie raising her hand. No, no destructive, negative, critical, asshole thoughts, Marie. Never had one? You're kidding, right? She's joking. She knows. The truth is, we have to, and this is the point of the Sangha. I look at you and I go, I love you. You're a good person. I see that goodness. And you have those thoughts too. Just like I do. I'm not afraid of the thought. I love that I can catch it. And then better, not only that I can catch it, that I can use it now to the good. May all those who have these thoughts be free from this sorrow, said Dennis. May they be free from this suffering. Why? I'm going to hold it. I already had the thought. And now I have just converted it. May all my addictions, but these get too big. See, when we say them like that, they stay over there, don't they? Can you hear the difference? On the spot work requires right here, right now, while I'm thinking about that Tootsie Roll instead of teaching this class. May I use this too, right now. This one. Just this one thought, because it's real and it's here. And when we get lofty, may all suffering everywhere without exception, nobody's talking about anything. Because I'm certainly not talking about me. Because that's somewhere over there. I don't know. All suffering. I can't even get my head around it. I can get my head around the fact that I've got a busy day. And what I'm already thinking is, where am I going to get a break in order to not feel like killing everybody at the end of the day? And the number one guy I'm likely to kill is the guy I sleep with. This is hilarious. Right? And it's true for everyone. That's why I can say it with ease. I already know it's not mine.
Right. Well, isn't that a perfect example? Is if you look enough at the mind, you see that you didn't pick 99% of those thoughts.
I did not pick them. They are conditioned by virtue first of watching our humanness. But first, number one, construction of thoughts based by number one, the reality of our humanness. And then number two, all that has come before us, says the karmic theories, the practices, all that has come before sets this momentum in motion. And then we become just a part of the wave, one water droplet, as it's understood, in this wave of human expanding, consciousness raising, as well as suffering and the capacity to use it all. But without practice, without training, without intention, without commitment, without the promise, without the vow, without the prayer, no hope, no possibility. Right? And you have the evidence in your week, by the way, which I knew would happen. Carrie probably got to it more because she set an alarm. And she did. And I said, did anybody remember me saying this last week? Without supports, there's no chance you're going to be able to get to this, because with supports, it's still going to be big work. And I even asked you what they were, didn't I? I said, tell me. I wrote you when you just wrote me your phrase. I said, oh no, tell me how you're going to remember that. Well, I'm going to set times to do it. 9, noon, and 3. And I chuckled. Ha ha ha. Who's going to remember 9, noon, and 3 without a gong going off in your head? Nobody. Was a nice idea, though. So this is why people practice in groups, because they remind each other, and then they go, hey, that didn't work out exactly, did it? It didn't exactly work out. That I set those lovely times and then flew by every one of them, unless I had an alarm, unless the thing literally hit me in the head, unless I had a 2x4 and told somebody, knock me over the head with it at 9, noon, and 3. Otherwise, you didn't remember anything. Because at 9 o'clock, you were talking to your gardener, just like I was. At noon, you were on a Zoom call, just like I was. At 3 o'clock, you were in transition because you had to run to the bank before you, just like I was. Now, by the way, is it the problem? It is not the problem. So this is where we're going to work for a minute before we end. This is not the problem. So what's the problem? I missed 9 o'clock, I missed noon, and I missed 3. Not the problem yet. Where's the problem?
Judgment
And beating yourself up for missing it.
Yep, judging myself for it. Number 1. What else?
Not getting to it.
Not getting to it at all because I didn't set up sufficient supports for myself because I'm self-sabotaging generally. I just go, you should, because that's a really great idea. You just should be able to remember. Joke, laugh. I was never going to remember. What? And what else? Keep going. What else?
Not offering it then.
Not offering it the second I remembered. I could have cleaned up that whole slate by going, and I did. This is the good news. What I do know how to do, but I've had a lot of training. I went, oops, hey, may I offer this forgetting? May I offer this busyness? May I offer this too much in the moment, right now, to the benefit of all beings who are in this struggle? Who are in this struggle also. Whoosh, expanded heart mind, right there. And I could remember. So there's no problem. Then there's no problem in the forgetting. Because then when I remember, I gather it up, it says in the suttas, like a heap. And I offer it and all of its energy to the good. 5 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 hours, I don't know. Whatever that was. So do we get this idea? And you are not using this beautiful practice to your benefit. It's not because you're not using it to the benefit of others. You're not using it to your benefit so that you can feel better and actually recognize that even in the failure, even in the forgetting, even in the I don't know what to do, I just want the whole thing to go away, you can offer it.
Well, it still grew my gratitude over time, even with just mostly remembering the prayers 3 times a day.
Yes.
Not remembering always to offer when
On the
in
spot.
the moment, yeah.
That's right.
But still, the gratitude expanded quite
The
a
heart
bit.
expands still. Libby said, I did remember the prayers. I did not remember the on the spots. Well, they're very difficult. We're not going to get them all, but we are going to remember that we didn't get it. Yes, you are. You're going to wake up eventually because you're all trying to work hard at this enough to go, whoops, here I am. It's 2:30. It's 2:30. What can I do now, folks? 2:30. I missed 9 and noon. I can offer this, these whole 4.5, 5 hours. I can gather them up. Remember, this is the requirement in the teaching. You must gather it into attention with intention. May I gather all of this forgetting, this 4.5 hours of forgetting, getting caught up, and then magically we're able to look at it. What happened? I was looking at Christmas socks. Okay, now as a joke, and I did this twice, I went, may all beings have Christmas socks. Just because it offered levity for me. May I be looking for all beings to have Christmas socks. And then I laughed because I went, half those people don't celebrate Christmas. They would think that was weird. And then out of the levity of that, I could say, but I can begin now, right? That levity, that humor even, that light-heartedness opened the possibility. But I can do what my better practice is now. And I recited the prayer. There it is. Okay, what are the problems? Then we're going to practice this. What are the problems? What are we going to do?
Stay awake. Stay awake.
Say it again, Dennis.
Stay awake.
Stay awake. Not likely, but perfect aspiration. Perfect. We start there to say, may I stay awake? And then we go, not likely. It's okay though, because when I forget, I can wake up again. Remember, the awakening is actually always available. It is never diminished, say the teachings. It is never not here. The only thing that's not here is not that heart. That bodhicitta heart is ever present, always available, never diminished, never dying, never being born, never less, only more. The bodhicitta heart. And so then who left? Just this thinking mind. Which is why we also have to wake down. We have to make it more than a thought. We have to breathe it in, it says, and then we have to feel its effect in the body, waking down. We can't just think about. So the phrases are the beginning. They are not the middle. They are not the end. Are they, Jean? Because Jean said, I felt it. I felt it. I could feel it. So did Libby. And I both could feel it in its notness. Ooh, this doesn't feel good. This isn't good for me. I don't want to be offering this. This isn't helpful. It doesn't even feel good to me. And then by the very willingness to say, okay, in its recognition, now it's available as medicine. Now it's available as good medicine. And now I can genuinely offer it. May all those who are suffering like this suffer less. Because my waking up is in fact what? What's it going to do? We don't believe this. Yes, it's going to wake you up. Yes, it really does. It's not an idea. It's not mystical. It's a reality. My goodness is going to impact and cultivate your goodness. It's for sure. But we don't trust it, do we? We don't trust that, do we? But we have to, because we're in a place in the world where if we don't do that, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. And how are we going to get out of trouble? I know this is going to help. I do. And then we're going to act more skillfully, ultimately, as a result of cultivating that fearless, courageous heart mind. And we're going to need it, aren't we? We're going to need a lot of fearlessness here, folks. We're going to need it. And then that lady reaches out that hand. She does. And by the way, did it fix the world? Yes and no. Didn't it? It did. It did. And it doesn't mean we all still don't have to do it again. Because we do. Right? So we're going to forget, not our problem. Forgetting is not the problem. Not using, then, in the waking up, the minute you know you forgot, you are once again awakened. When we remember, we are now liberated. It is now bodhicitta heart, full bloom. I can now use this heart in some productive way. How? I can direct it. Where do I want to direct it? I don't care. Anywhere you want. Does it matter? All dogs who are tied to the post. Good. This one dog tied to the post. This is good. Because the nature of the bodhicitta heart is its ever expanding reality. One moment, one movement towards the good propagates all good. All good. So do we get this idea? We're going to have to go back to it. We cannot abandon ourselves into concepts. We cannot do it because then we're going to leave this heart behind for some big idea that is not to be realized. It is in these small, everyday, ordinary moments that all godliness occurs. In these ordinary moments is where things become sacred because we act in them. Right? So stop looking for the big news. It is in these moments that it matters. And you must begin, don't we? We have to begin with ourselves. And what? That loneliness, this confusion, this too tired, this scared. We use this thing right here. We don't have to go anywhere else. And that's a good practice, by the way. That is a good practice. I think that's what they were talking about, by the way, in the Christian tradition. I think it was this. I think it was, let's use the reality of suffering towards the good. I think it was the same. And by the way, folks, I think it's the same in all traditions. I don't think there's one exception. Let's use it. If you're on the cross anyway, folks, right? Then how do you use that? Well, there he was going, well, may everybody benefit from this. May all beings be saved by this suffering. Isn't it true? And here we are, whole other tradition across an entire world saying almost identically the same thing. And remember, there is no tradition where it is not so. So we don't have to worry about which ism we're practicing at all. Same isms. Let me read this and then we're going to sit. So the AI assistant decided to come on and is taking notes for me now. Just so you know. I can see screenshots of this if I wanted to. The static, I'm going to check in. Is anybody else? Kathy, you were all right? Headphones, must have been something in the computer. I'm not hearing it. Robin says, the act of self-forgiveness makes my heart heavy. It has been so ingrained to make everyone around me feel good. That's okay. I would want them to feel good too. So do you, but not at the expense of you. So this is the only problem, is that somehow you separated yourself from that good group of wanting everyone to feel good. And it is not only your work. Your work is to be, remember, Robin, we begin with taking good care of you so that you can be available to others, not giving yourself up. That is not useful. Actually just leads to suffering. May AI not suffer. I think it's okay, Jim. I'm feeling pretty confident that AI is doing all right now. Okay. So once again, I can't get to that chapter. I can't look because it's conceptually difficult and it is not translating yet into very basic practices for us. If we can't get to the practices, there is no point. Let's not read. Forget the reading. If we can't turn that reading into understanding and insight, and that understanding and insight into virtue. And the virtue is this: the prayer, morning and evening, moments throughout the day. You set a clock or don't, doesn't matter. The reminders are helpful. But by the way, so is suffering. Suffering, a beautiful bell for awakening. May I dedicate this, then, to the end of suffering, this lonely, this confused, this uncertain, this scared, to the well-being of all beings, and myself in it. Okay, here we go. I woke up energetic this morning. Can anybody tell? I got set on fire by, again, I just can't remember. I said a nice idea, but I just can't remember to do it. Well, you can remember because you're suffering. And if you're not in constant distraction looking at Christmas socks, you will feel it. And then you will feel that it's better in the offering. And we're going to do it this week. Here we go. So we're establishing the body with some kind of wakefulness, both in the posture itself, but also in a quality of being. We're going to be kind to ourselves in it. So we don't over-architect it. We simply wake up. And in that waking up, we feel first into the body just to see how it is. I don't even have to close my eyes to know the body. But it does take stillness and silence to know how we really are. So let's strike the bell. May this benefit all beings everywhere without exception, omitting none. And today's none is me and you. May we include ourselves in the benefits of these practices. And with the strike of the bell, we clear the mind. As the mind listens to the bell, there's not too much else going on for a moment, and this is good. We create space and room. And then we invite that clear mind into the body. Waking down. Resting in the refuge, once we get into that body, of our own bodhicitta hearts, our very aspiration. Remember, it is ignited by the aspiration itself to free all beings, including oneself, and maybe beginning with oneself, from suffering. We can breathe right into the heart space once we get down into that body. But take your time, see what it requires. You may just have to rest in body awareness for many breaths. Let's do it. With about 10 or 15 breaths, we begin to wake up to the reality of this body. We can start to hit the mark, find the target just a little more easily. This is good. This is the waking down, knowing how we really are. We're going to stay for at least 10 more breaths. Starting to recognize the pause, the open space at the end of the out-breath. The body-mind will begin to rest a little more right there. This is the vast, open, and infinite space of bodhicitta. May every thought be recognized, and may it then be offered to the benefit of all beings. Thoughts about the breath, thoughts about the open space, the felt sense of our own physical and subtle bodhicitta heart. We could offer the sensations. I'm just noticing an energy, a warmth in the heart space, and a lot of open space all around me. Remember, I have a long time practice to get to this. This doesn't mean that's where you are. It's no problem at all. But I can offer any of that, the open space. May all beings have space in which to breathe, to be, to love. May all my thoughts, may all your thoughts be turned towards the good and the benefit of all beings. And it is appropriate for you to rest in that vast open space, nourishing yourself. May I be free from distress, so that all beings may be free from distress. We stay in the body. We stay in contact with the felt sense of the breath. We feel the open space in which we can then manifest this bodhicitta heart mind. And remember that this is a one breath at a time practice. What can I use in this one breath? So we're going to take the breath, see what's available, and then in the next breath, we're going to make the offer. And so I just noticed a lot of open space. I'm going to offer that open space in the next breath to the benefit and the welfare of all beings everywhere. And then I'm just going to breathe in that goodness for a few breaths. Good for me and good for you. I just had a thought about my coffee getting cold. May I offer this to all beings everywhere who are fearful. Fearful of not having enough, fearful of not having it right. May I breathe that in, make contact with it, and send it out. And then remember, we're going to feel for the physical felt sense of that offering. I was having a little ache in the right side of my chest, as I do when fear is little worries or concerns or not quite rights are rising. And the minute I offered that, I could feel it dissipate. And now I'm smiling a little bit at the truth of this thinking mind and how it looks to perch on problems. And will even make them up. May I offer this to all beings who are making problems. Can I feel for myself and consequently feel for all? Because I know anybody who has those thoughts feels just like this. And by that very offer, I am expanding the heart of bodhicitta, no longer in clinging, no longer in self-centered thoughts, no longer in physical contraction to the same degree, freeing all beings. If you notice that you're a little cold, that your feet are itchy, you might be hearing a clock tick, you can offer all of this to all those who cannot hear. May they be free from suffering. To all those who are cold, may they be warmed. May this aspiration contribute to their ease, to their well-being. I just noticed the warmth of my hands holding each other. May I offer this wish that all beings have a hand to hold. This loving thought, this worrisome thought. May it be of benefit to all beings. This is the heart and the practice of the Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva hears the cries of the world and responds. May all beings be free from sorrow. May all beings have ease and well-being. May I be a guard for those who need protection, a guide for those on the path, a boat, a raft, a bridge, for those who wish to cross the flood. May I be a lamp in the darkness, a resting place for the weary, a healing medicine for all who are sick, a vase of plenty, a tree of miracles. And for the boundless multitudes of living beings, may I bring sustenance and awakening, enduring like the earth and the sky, until all beings are freed from sorrow and all are awakened. And may this practice this very day be of benefit. And may it continue one breath at a time. So be it. So thoughts, observations, experiences, questions, challenges. What else do we need? Well, I drank my cold coffee.
So how I'm thinking about this, and if it's correct, it's basically the waking up that we're offering to the benefit of others.
The waking up and then the good heart that will use it as a benefit. Because the waking up is one thing, but what do I do with it now is the other. And I'm going to use it towards the good. Whatever I'm waking up to, right? News I like, news I don't like, doesn't matter. I can use it now by making the offer. This is the Bodhisattva's offering to all beings. Other questions or comments about this practice?
It's really beautiful to like for me, because I went into it with a pretty heavy heart, kind of like tearful. And as we went through it and you said the blessing and sending it out there, I could definitely feel a change in heart.
Yes, which changes the mind, Robin.
Yes.
And the mind
Yeah.
changes the heart too, because they are not separate.
Yeah. Very
All
beautiful.
good news. Yeah, so our recognition matters, and what we do with that recognition matters, right? And recognition alone is not sufficient.
Right.
Just knowing suffering is not going to help any of us, because we can get lost in there, can't you? You can
Very much.
drown
Yeah.
right there. But can I use this knowing now? I can. Can I use it to the benefit of myself by opening my own heart to the suffering? Yes. And can I then open beyond myself to the end of suffering? The answer is yes. That's the path to the end of suffering. Is that this is not mine. This is not only me. This is all of us sitting here together. And remember, sometimes we will reach out to save or help another before we will ourselves. And so we do that knowing that there is a self other exchange. Remember, this is right view. It doesn't matter where the good goes, it just matters that it's good and that it goes. To you, yes. To others, yes. To you and others, yes. To others and you, yes. Whoever you can get to in that moment, this is good news. This is the good news. What else?
I'm going to add one more thing.
Yes,
It it's all also the group gives us the opportunity, like with Philabelly and collecting canned food and all those things that we can get involved in. They've made a difference for me
they do.
also.
They
Yeah.
do, yes, because we must live it beyond this group.
Yeah.
This is not sufficient either. It doesn't mean it's not important and that it doesn't matter, but it by itself also becomes a tribe or an ism or a just us or we're special or and we break in some way, which is how all isms are formed, aren't they? From we're it, you're not so it. Well, no, we're going to go feed those who are not like us. We're going to go provide coats for those who we don't know. We're going to go to the food bank coming up here shortly and start wrapping up oranges for people we're never going to see. Are we? We're never going to see them. And you're going to see how good that feels. How good that feels. And it does. And it is the way we know that we are all then made whole and then can be okay, right? From that very, I can do this. And it's not everything. It doesn't fix everything. And it's not the point. It's actually only has one point, which is really fixing, saving, making okay you. Because then you're going to do things to make others okay too. And that's perfect. Who doesn't have is there anybody who doesn't? I'm going to send the prayer to everybody. Let's not worry about it. It's going to go back to everybody. It is a mitzvah. Yes, it is. And by the way, prayers aren't to others. Prayers are not, in this tradition, we are not praying to an entity. We are, let's say, praying so that the good of that goes everywhere, might be another way to say it, so that that good heart mind opens, expands, and touches all things and is sent to all things. We do know in the science that to call up the good makes more good. We do know that prayers and repetition make that possible. We do know that the repetition is easier than trying to come up with something brilliant on the spot. That's how a prayer began. It began as these are real wishes. Can't we gather it in some easy way for us to begin to make these offerings? And you will notice that it's easier when you can just find that simple phrase, but no less the prayer. No less the prayer. So, we have to change our limited belief thoughts about what these things are and what we have to believe in order for them to be of benefit. You only have to know one thing. I can do one thing now. That's all you need. You don't have to believe anything else. I can do this one thing right now. My phone is my reminder, but I have vowed to be away from my phone more. Yes, unfortunately, it's in your pocket, it's in your hand, it's on your dashboard. You're not getting rid of it. Let's not pretend. Yes, it doesn't mean we have to be scrolling for Christmas socks with it. Yes, that's exactly right. And it is also a tool. And so it can be the reminder. The bell can be the awakening opportunity. My prayer is right on my phone. It's the first thing I see. I can do that first. I can and do that first because it's right there. And I at least say the first few lines. Well, one, because I know them already, and it reminds me to wake up to that truth, even when I'm now on my phone, which by itself is not an inherent problem. The phone's not the problem. The mind that stupidly gets on it asleep is where the problem lies. But we can use that phone for all kinds of amazing things. Not only because phones don't feed people, do they? They can give you the phone number to figure out how to do it, and I think that's great news. Yeah, reaching for the very phone is the reminder. Why you're reaching for it. What's the good for whatever you're going to get from it? Can I make that offering? Does everybody understand why we can't really review this chapter till we cultivate this heart? Because it's just words. It's just words. And that's not sufficient. It cannot be words. It must be felt. It must be known. It must be cultivated. It must be remembered. And then we begin to remember not only in quiet time, which is our practice, formal practice time, we start to remember in other time called in the car, in the shopping line, when I'm having a complicated, difficult conversation. We start to remember then also. And this is the point. Okay, does it feel like we've got enough? 2 times a day, you're saying that prayer. If you don't believe the prayer, that's okay. I don't need you to believe anything. I just want you to see how it feels when you say it, what is true for you at its end. You will be better than you were before you said it. You will. Did I have to believe anything there? Nope. No, you didn't. You don't have to put that on you at all. And then throughout the day, may this be a benefit. May it be a benefit to all beings would be great. If you can't get to this, 5 words. May it be of benefit. May it be of benefit. And what I mean by that is wherever it can be useful. Wherever it can be useful, and the very fact that you said it will make it useful to you. May this too be of benefit. Okay, are we good? We're right on the spot at 8:30. Thank you so much for coming on. I will send out the prayer again just so it's printable for those who need it. I will also send back out my uh, phone shot so that you can at least put that in your photos and then make it your own phone, I forgot what they call it, wallpaper. I think they call it wallpaper. Janine did that for me, and it's beautiful. Would not be a bad thing to have available. Set the alarms as you need to. If we're looking for on the spot remembering, keep in mind that's going to be harder for you. We must do that also, but I'd like you to set at least 3 alarms through the day where no matter what, that thing's going to ring or gong or knock you in the head or do whatever you need it to do. So that's our minimum practice, all of us, for this week. We will be in the garden on Saturday. We have Philabelli on Thursday. I'm going to check in with Lynn here just to make sure that, Lynn, we have everything we need so far. Or do we need more? Lynn may not be here. Oh, there she is.
Oh, there I am. Yeah. So far, we have a couple of desserts that we need, and we need the water. So we request 16 or 20-ounce bottles of water, about 4 cases of that.
About 4 kids. So we need some water.
Need
If you're a
water.
person who can't stay but wants to make a drop off, that's a pretty good item.
Mhm.
Would be those waters. People do drink them. So that's not an extra for us. People do drink and use the waters. Yes,
They
Renee.
definitely do.
So Philabelli's this week? I thought it was next week for
No,
some
It
reason.
is.
it's next week.
It is
Oh,
next
oh,
Thursday.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yes. A week from this Thursday.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
13th.
We're doing dessert then. We're doing dessert.
Yes. Thank you, Dennis.
All right. I'm doing dessert. You're doing dessert. Sounds like we need a couple more. I can always make more.
I can do dessert.
Renee can do
Thanks,
dessert.
Renee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody who can drop off some waters, please let us know.
Yeah.
They're heavy, and so that can be a factor. Just know for people, we will get somebody to help you with those
Mhm.
if you're wanting to make a drop off because they can be.
They can also be dropped off at my house and we can get them there.
We can also get them dropped off on Saturday here because Al brings Gatorades. He's the strong guy. He can get those.
I was going to say if they want to drop at my house or something, but I have one of those little portable hand carts that, shrinks
Yes, we do.
down
We
that.
do
So
too.
I can
Yeah.
do that too and just
Thank you.
attach them there. Yeah.
Okay, so Tanya, our house, Lynn's house, Saturday Sangha. You got all kinds of places
All
to
kinds
drop
of-
off good things.
Yep,
No problem. Okay, may this practice, this day, be of benefit. Thank you all. I look forward to hearing about this throughout the week. If you're struggling or have challenges or can't figure it out, let me know. I will be there to help you. I'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday in the garden. Be well, everyone.